In a time before time, when the world was but a cauldron of chaos and the heavens above were a battleground for power beyond imagination, an epic saga unfolded. A saga so monumental, it would shape the very fabric of existence and etch the destiny of gods, titans, and mortals alike. Welcome to the ancient theater of war, the Titanomachy, the battle of all battles in Greek mythology. Hello, myth seekers and history enthusiasts. Today we embark on a journey back in time to an era shrouded in mystery and legend. An era where divine beings ruled the cosmos, and their conflicts would give birth to the world as the ancient Greeks understood it. Before we dive into the story of the Titanomachy, let's first lay down some foundational knowledge and look back at the events that set the stage for this monumental battle. To start, we need to understand what myths are. Essentially, Greek myths are stories about the interactions between gods and humans. They're some of the oldest ways people have tried to make sense of the natural world and its origins, especially at a time when scientific explanations were not available. Myths helped people feel a sense of belonging in the world and provided insights into early human thought. Now, let's talk about how the world came to be according to Greek mythology, which offers several versions of the creation story. According to Homer, the original gods were Oceanus and Tethys, from whom all other gods descend. Ovid, however, describes the beginning as a chaotic mix of elements known as chaos, out of which order was created by a divine force. A particularly noteworthy account comes from Hesiod, written around 700 BCE. He tells us that everything started with chaos, a vast void. From this emptiness, the first generation of gods appeared, including Uranus, the sky, and Gaia, the earth. Their union, known as the Holy Marriage, or Hieros Gamos, brought forth the Titans, marking the next generation of gods. The cycle of divine marriages continued with Cronus and Rhea, from whom the third generation of gods would come. This generation includes Zeus and Hera, taking over from Cronus and Rhea. It's the rise of this new generation, led by Zeus, that brings us to the brink of the Titanomachy, the epic battle for control of the universe. This intense conflict began when Cronus, who had overthrown his own father, Uranus, feared a prophecy that he too would be overthrown by one of his children. To prevent this, Cronus imprisoned his Titan siblings in Tartarus, the underworld, and swallowed his offspring to stop any future rebellion. Rhea, Cronus's wife, wasn't very happy with the devouring of their children, and cleverly saved their youngest, Zeus, by hiding him in a cave on Crete, where he was raised in secret, cared for by a goat named Amalthea. As Zeus grew, he cleverly became Cronus's coverer, hiding his identity. Zeus, using his wit, concocted a mixture that caused Cronus to vomit up his swallowed children: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. With his siblings freed, Zeus convinced them to join him in a rebellion against their father, sparking the Titanomachy. To strengthen their forces, Zeus freed the Hecaton Kyries and the Cyclops, who had been imprisoned by Cronus. They lent their support, with the Hecaton Kyries hurling massive stones and the Cyclops providing Zeus with his signature weapon, the lightning bolt. Notably, Titans Themis and Prometheus sided with Zeus, while Atlas led those loyal to Cronus. The battlefield was a spectacle of divine might and strategy. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, orchestrated brilliant tactics that bewildered the older Titans, leveraging her intelligence against their brute strength. Ares, the god of war, reveled in the chaos of battle, clashing ferociously with the Titan Pallas. Poseidon, wielding his trident, summoned monstrous waves and aquatic beasts from the depths of the sea, overwhelming the Titan Oceanus. Meanwhile, Hera, the future queen of the gods, rallied the Olympians, her presence inspiring courage and unity among them. Artemis and Apollo, twin archers, rained down arrows infused with celestial fire, targeting the Titans from afar. Hades, wielding the helm of darkness, moved unseen across the battlefield, striking with deadly precision. Zeus fought from Mount Olympus, while Cronus took his stand on Otreus, a Thessalian mountain. Titanomachy ensued, lasting an entire decade. This conflict represented a struggle for supremacy and control over the cosmos. Each god and titan showcased their unique powers, turning the conflict into a clash not just of strength, but of wits, will, and mastery over the elements. However, after fierce battles and engagements, Zeus and his siblings ultimately emerged triumphant, claiming victory in the Titanomachy. Following the Titanomachy, the Titans who had fought against the Olympian gods were defeated and condemned to imprisonment in Tartarus, a dark and deep abyss within the underworld. This eternal confinement served as their punishment for daring to challenge the authority of the Olympians. However, it is worth noting that not all Titans faced the same outcome. Certain Titans, including Oceanus, Themis, and Mnemosyne, who had either helped Zeus or remained neutral and refrained from participating in the war, were allowed to retain their positions without being incarcerated in Tartarus. Although their influence and power were diminished, they continued to exist within the cosmos. A few Titans were granted unique roles within the newly established cosmic order governed by the Olympian gods. Prometheus, renowned for his cleverness and intelligence, played a significant part in the creation of humankind and was spared from the severe punishment imposed upon the other Titans. Atlas, on the other hand, was burdened with the eternal task of bearing the weight of the heavens upon his shoulders. This penalty, often referred to as the punishment of Atlas or Atlas curse, has been depicted in various forms of art and literature, portraying Atlas as an enduring figure carrying the celestial spheres. Following the Titanomachy, the victorious Olympian gods divided the universe among themselves. Zeus, as the supreme ruler, assumed the role of king of the gods and guardian of the heavens. Other gods were assigned specific realms, with Poseidon becoming the god of the sea, Hades ruling over the underworld, and various deities presiding over different aspects of the natural and supernatural world. Mount Olympus, the highest peak in Greece that held particular mythical importance, served as the divine abode and gathering place for the gods. It was where they convened to discuss important matters and make decisions. The Olympian gods held great significance in ancient Greek society and were revered through worship, rituals, sacrifices, and prayers. Temples and sanctuaries were dedicated to them throughout Greece, and festivals and celebrations were held to honor their presence. As immortal beings, the Olympian gods possessed powers and abilities far beyond those of mortals. They exhibited the characteristics and emotions typically associated with Greek mythological gods, with their actions reflecting their distinct personalities and the domains they ruled over. The Titanomachy holds significant mythological importance as it represents the transition of power from the Titans to this younger generation of gods led by Zeus. It symbolizes the victory of order over chaos, a victory that would be repeated in the next episode of the story, the Gigantomachy, the battle between the triumphant Olympians and the giants.